Okay, imagine this. You have a vault where your money grows tax-free. You can borrow from it whenever you want, completely tax-free. And when you pass away, your family gets a huge check completely tax-free. Now, if that's something that interests you, you're at the right place. And today I'm going to show you how some of the wealthiest families in history, including the Rockefellers, have used a special type of life insurance strategy to build a family bank. Now, this is a bank that could potentially fund your dreams. This is a bank that could potentially fund a future business adventure or endeavor that you have. This is a bank that could potentially protect your family. And last but not least, this is a bank that could keep growing from generation after generation. But today, we're going to go through why permanent life insurance is the foundation. We're going to go through how the Rockefeller Method wrapped around it makes it all work for multiple generations, and how you can use this concept in your life. And if you stick around me for this whole video, this strategy will make a lot more sense. Crash course on life insurance. There are many types of life insurance policies out there. Some are very cheap. Some are temporary, some have no cash benefits. However, permanent life insurance is different. Think of permanent life insurance like a magical piggy bank. You put money into this piggy bank every month, and part of that money goes towards the cost of insurance. Part of that money becomes cash that grows consistently over time, and you can access the cash value whenever you're alive. That's what I call a living benefit, and it never ends, it never expires, and it's designed to get more valuable over time. So let's break down exactly how this works. You get lifetime coverage through the insurance policy, and it never stops protecting you. Now, the cash value grows over time, much like your savings account inside the policy, but with a lot more growth potential. Then you can borrow from it whenever you need it. So if you need to put a down payment on a house, or if you need a business loan, or if you need to purchase an asset that means a lot to you later down the road, you can borrow from yourself instead of going to the bank. And you're protected from market crashes, meaning if your cash value doesn't tank if the stock market goes down in value. So let's pretend you're 20, you put all the money you've made from your lemonade stand every month into this policy. At age 40, you borrow some from that dream car that you wanted to purchase. Meanwhile, your piggy bank keeps growing behind the scenes, and at age 90, your kids get a big paycheck tax-free. So permanent life insurance is essentially a safety net and a financial tool combined into one. But the wealthy, they don't stop there. Now it's time to level up. Permanent life insurance on its own is great, right? But paired with the Rockefeller system, it becomes generational wealth. Think of a family tree. The trunk is like a trust. The roots would be the permanent life insurance policies, and the branches would be every generation that benefits from it. Here's the structure. The trust is like the family vault, where the policy and the money are protected and organized, right? You then overfund the life insurance policy by putting extra fuel in early, allowing the cash value to grow faster through compounding interest. So what you've done over time here is you've created a family borrowing system. And if you want to start that dream business, maybe there's that dream house you want to buy, or even if you want to pay tuition for the kids, whatever it is that your family desires, if you borrow from the family vault and pay the interest back, the family keeps the wealth over the long term. Now that's when the waterfall method kicks in, meaning when somebody passes away, the insurance then pays a trust. New policies now get funded, meaning you're creating more roots, more branches, and more life and generational wealth. You repeat this forever, and that's exactly why I refer to this strategy as a family bank. So why does all this matter? Because most families go from being wealthy to the kids doing okay to eventually having grandkids that are broke. It's not uncommon for wealth to disappear by the third generation. Now, the Rockefellers, what they did is they flipped the script. They created systems that don't rely on luck or one super smart kid to keep their money protected. They used rules and kept those rules in place, and it worked out for multiple generations. And most people think the strategy is only for the wealthy elite, but contrary to popular belief, you don't need millions to learn from this. Here is the basic roadmap. Step number one is know your goals, right? You want to know things like when you want to retire, if you want to own a business one day, or if you want to help kids or some charity that you care about later down the road. Step two would be to build the foundation, a properly structured permanent life insurance policy that is focused on cash value growth. The third step would be to fund it early and consistently. The more you put in when you're young, the bigger it grows long term. Step four, you'll want to use the cash value strategically, and you'll want to invest in appreciating assets like businesses, real estate, maybe even education. Now, these are all examples of assets that will pay you back over time. Now, step five is to set up the legacy rules so your family doesn't blow the money. So here's a quick example. You're 30 years old. You build your policy for 10 years. Now at age 40, you borrow from it to start that side business. The business eventually starts to grow. It produces income. Your cash value keeps compounding. And at age 60, you retire with options. Now you're 90 years old. Your policy pays your kids tax-free. They continue the cycle, and just like that, you have changed your family's tree forever. That's real leverage there. Financial freedom and legacy inside one system. Now, some common questions I get from my clients is permanent life insurance expensive? And the answer to that is yes, because it does a lot of different things. You're doing things like you're replacing banks, replacing loans, you're replacing savings vehicles, all within one strategy. Can I invest in stocks instead? Sure, but stocks can be volatile. Permanent life insurance is your foundational layer, right? It's an additional asset class on top of your portfolio, and it should not be seen as your only investment. Is this only for rich people? And the answer is absolutely not. It scales depending on your income and your long-term goals. What if I never use a cash value? Then your family gets the bigger payout, right? It still does its job. Think of it like an apple tree. You plant the tree then grows, you eat the apples, but then you still pass down the orchard. Now, if you take anything away from this video, it should be this. Permanent life insurance is a living financial tool. The Rockefeller Method is a system for generational wealth. Together, when they're both combined, you can create your very own family bank. Do not need to be rich. You just need to think strategically. And the earlier you plant your tree, the bigger the harvest is going to be in the future. Most people only think one financial step ahead. This strategy will help you think 3 generations down the road. So if you're tired of feeling like money controls you, instead of you controlling it, this strategy gives you options. And the more options you have, that ultimately provides you with financial freedom. So comment bank to see if this is a strategy that could work for you and your family. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, hit like, subscribe, share this video with someone who cares about more than just surviving. You know, people that want legacy, people that want flexibility, people that want freedom. And thanks for watching. And remember, wealth isn't just about how much money you make. Wealth is about how you design your money to work for you and your loved ones.